I'm going to give you a walkthrough of creating a drawing from a part in Autodesk Inventor. My version is 2016. You may be on a newer version. This is going to possibly look different, but for the functionality that I'm going to be showing you, it is the same or should be the same. So first, when we're going to create a new drawing, we're going to go up to the File, New tab, and I'm going to click on the drop down and click on Drawing. That will bring up a new drawing for us. Now, first thing is that this is a D size drawing. It is huge. It's not going to print out very well. So we're going to change that. So if we hover over sheet one, right click, go down to edit sheet, it's going to bring up our sheet name and then the size. The size, we're going to change that to A size. And we want to make sure that we're in landscape mode also. So then we can click OK. And um, at this point, what we're going to do is bring in our parts. So we want to click on this with place views selected. We're going to click on base. Base is going to ask us what part are we going to want to put in here. And in this case, I'm going to use the part, or you need to go find the part. If the part doesn't automatically come up, you have to go open an existing file and go browse for it. In this case, my part that I want is already right here. So we can say OK, and it has our base view. Now our base view, once we get the X there, and basically it's four arrows, we can move our view over. So we're just going to move that view over. Now, next thing we want to do is we want to add our top view, right view, and isometric. So those are all going to be projected views here. So if you have nothing selected and you click on projected, it's not going to do anything. We need to click on our base or the view that we want to project from. So in this case, we only have our one view. Click on it, and then we can go up. We can add our top view. We can add our right view. We can add our isometric view. And now it still looks like it wants to add another view, but we're done. So right click and click on create. That will then generate all of our views. Now we can start moving them around. So we're going to move the view, this top view over this isometric. I'm going to move it out of the way. And it looks like this is a little big, so I'm going to scale these down a little bit. So I'm going to click on my base view. So my base view is this one right here in my list. And I'm going to right click on it and then go to my edit view. Once I get into my edit view, I can see I can change the scale. And to make this smaller, I'm going to type in my own scale. So I'm going to go 1 to 5, let's say. And let's see, how does that one look? I think that'll work. So I can say OK. And now since I changed my base view, all of my other projected views associated with that are going to change. My my isometric is not going to be part of that. You can see that it's in a separate view in the feature manager over here. So now I can move these around a little bit, and you can see as I move the base view, it automatically aligns the other views associated with it, and we can start adding our dimensions. So in here, I want to add dimensions. So I'm going to go up to the Annotate tab, click on Annotate, click on Dimension. Now I can start adding my dimensions. So I'm going to add my dimensions on here. So I've got that. The first dimension will bring up an edit dimension. If you don't want to see this each time, you can uncheck this box right here, edit dimension when created, say OK, and now we can go and start adding our other dimensions in on our part here. So I'm going to go through, add in a few dimensions here to there. All right, I'll add this in. I don't want that dimension. I want this. Oop, don't want that dimension. We'll click, we'll put that guy there, and this one I'll put underneath here too. It's getting a little busy, but got that, got that, got that. Oh, we can add the diameter of our circle. Then we want to add the thickness of our part here. And I think, oh, the overall depth. So we need to put the overall depth on here too. There to there. We can put that on there. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. We also have our hidden lines in on each of the views, which is good. If they weren't there, we could click on our view and again find that selected view in our on the left-hand side, right click, and we could say edit view. And right in here, there's the style. And in this case, this check mark means it's the style from base. So that's based on our front view. But if I wanted to change it, we could uncheck that. And then I could remove the hidden lines. In this case, if I do that, it takes them out, but that's not what I want. So I'm going to just go back and change that back, or I can just click on the base view and say, okay. I can also just change the base view and it will change all of the views that are associated with that. In this case, I want those hidden lines. I am missing a center line though here, and I'm missing a center line here, and I'm missing my center marks on my circle. So how we put those in are right up here. We've got a centerline bisector. We're going to click on that, and basically we need to click or select the two hidden lines, and it'll put a center line in between those. Same thing, hidden line, put the center line in between those. The center mark we need to put here. Click on the center mark, and then we can click on our circle. It'll automatically put that center mark in. So we have that all set now too. So basically, we've got the dimensions on our part. We've got the circle. I think we've got everything there. And remember, when we're putting our dimensions on the part, we want to make sure that it's nice and clear. Although I think this is getting a little busy over here. Maybe I'll move this view up just so it gives me a little bit more space here. So I'll move that one up. Then I can move this dimension up also. There we can do this. There we go. That makes it a little less cluttered, I guess. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at this view. This view is too big. I want to make it smaller. I can click on that view. It highlights it on the left-hand side. Right click, go to edit view, change the scale. I'm going to type in a scale again. So I'm going to click 1 to 5, and that looks better. So I'm going to say OK. And remember, isometric views, no hidden lines, no dimensions. We want to have it just clean in there. So I'll make this view and make sure I've got that, put it in the right spot. Now, the other thing that we're gonna want to do is we're gonna want to save this at some point. So if you go under the Autodesk Inventor icon, click the down arrow, say Save As. This will save the drawing. Make sure the file type is a drawing file, Auto Inventor drawing files. Now in this case, I'm going to just save the name. And when I say save, you will see on the screen under the drawing number, it puts the name of the drawing that we saved on there. So I want you to put under the drawing number actually just 811D or B or whatever drawing you're doing for the assignment. So the way that we can change this, since it automatically puts it in there, we're going to go up under the drawing name in the left-hand side, right click on that, go to properties, and then under the project tab, there's a part number. And if we change that just so that it's 811D and say OK, it will then update that so that we have our drawing number on there the way that we have it, or the way that I want it for you guys. The other thing I want you to do is to put your title as your name. So in this case, we're going to go up to the Annotate tab again. We're going to go to Text. We're going to click on the text in the title box there. It's going to bring up a input screen, and I'm going to say first and last name on there. Now the other thing we'll do is we will highlight that and go to the size and make it 240. It makes it just a little bit bigger, and we can say OK. Now it has your name. Now we're still in our text tool, so you can't move your text yet. Hit escape, deselect that, get out of the text tool. Now when you hover over it, you're going to get the crosshairs to move your part. Move your part over, put it right in the middle, and there you go. You've got your drawing. So at this point, this drawing is finished. I want you guys to print this out and turn this in. So in this case, I would recommend that you save your drawing. So save. And now if you are not in a location that you can print at this time, save this as a PDF. And the way that we do that is we go up under the Inventor icon, click the down arrow, go down to export. You can export it as a PDF. It'll bring it up. it'll have the name. Just find your location, save as PDF file, click on save. Now that file is saved out as a PDF, and this doesn't fit all the way on my screen here, but you can kind of see that it'll show a preview of it. Close out. Now that file, you can print that from any computer anywhere as long as you're on a printer. So it'll save you a step so you don't have to be on a computer with AutoCAD or Autodesk Inventor on it. At this point, that basically covers all of the basics that you're going to need to know to create your drawings. So good luck and have fun.